Hey there, and welcome back to this final module. Oh, I'm so sad, but obviously so excited at the same time because I'm really excited for the transformation that you've had and you still continue to gonna have. So this final module is about clearing any further resistance and talking about next steps. So clearing the resistance is going to be really crucial for you in order for you to continue going forward, still continue to having that transformation and ultimately becoming the best version of you. So the way that we're going to do that is we're going to remove any conscious stored guilt and shame. Now, this is massive because if we are storing like guilt and shame, that is going to really play into our lives. It's going to really, determine the kind of life that we're going to have. So it's really important that we address anything that, is causing us to feel guilty, causing us to feel shame, because obviously as we've gone through the previous modules, we've established that how we feel obviously creates what actions we take, and obviously that generates obviously the thoughts and the beliefs that we have. So it's really important that we really just give ourselves that time and space to understand and have acceptance for it. It's important that when we're looking at these issues, we're looking at these memories or, the things that are coming up for us, it's important that we actually just remember that, going back on the journey that we was on, we're different people now. So we will have made, different choices and different decisions based upon that person that we were at the time. And let me just repeat that because I really want that to land. So the decision that you made at that time in your life, you will have done it because you would have felt that that was the right decision. You made that decision from that place. And obviously, it'll come from, programming, your past experiences. So it's important to kind of remember that, we're so judgmental, we're so harsh on ourselves that we often forget that, we've been on a journey together, these last few weeks. And the person that you are now is completely a different person if you've been doing the work, and I'm trusting that you have because obviously you're here, we're on the final module together. So, you're a different person compared to, when we first started. So it's about giving yourself, that time and space and just honouring yourself and, stay accountable, be accountable for what the decisions that you have made, but knowing that you can't do anything to change that. But obviously, if we can't let these things go, that'll then, materialize into holding guilt and shame and just feeling bad about ourselves. And that obviously then manifests because, we then create the actions and the behaviors that are based upon that. And then that's creating who we are. So what I want you to do is I want you to get a piece of paper and I want you to list all of the things that are coming up from you, like that are coming up regarding guilt and shame. And I want you to take your time with this. So, feel free to pause this audio and really take your time, and ask yourself, what am I holding on to that I need to let go that is causing guilt and shame in my life right now? And just allow the pen and the paper, allow the pen to flow on the paper, to just really acknowledge, we're really being present, we're acknowledging, we're taking accountability. And that's the greatest, that is the biggest asset that you can ever do. Although we can't control other people, what we can do is we can take responsibility and be accountable for our own actions. And yes, we may have, and I'm guilty for this as well, we make decisions and based upon, how we're feeling at the time and based on, our past experiences and programming and, kind of like how the day has gone. But it's important to remember that, we're only human. People make mistakes and it's what we can do from that, what we can learn. I always say that mistakes are not a mistake. If you can learn something from it, it's a lesson. It's only a mistake if we just, don't do anything with it. If we're constantly learning and growing, then that is a lesson. That is an incredible lesson. So, you know, I welcome these experiences into my life because actually, you know, if we went through life and we never had any challenges and we never, you know, we never had to jump over hurdles and we never had to defeat our demons, like that would just make us weak. You know, we would be absolutely weak and not be able to, you know, create good times. You know, weak people, Tony Robbins has said it, you know, weak people create weak times. Strong people create good times because, you know, we've gone through those hurdles, we've gone through those challenges. So get your piece of paper and I want you to give yourself some space and some time, you know, set yourself a timer and ask yourself, what are you holding on to? You know, what are you holding on to that's around guilt and shame? What do you need to release? What are you holding on to in order to, you know, start stopping you from becoming your best self? So, pause this module, do that and then press play. Right, amazing. So you're back. Okay, so you should have a list of all the things that you're holding on to. And some of those things, you know, you may be absolutely gobsmacked at. Some of those things you may have already actually known. But again, remember, just trust the process and just, you know, look at it from like a loving point of view and just remember that, you know, you're not that person anymore. You made that decision back then, you know, based on, you know, what you felt that you needed to do at the time. So the next thing that we need to do with that is, you know, we need to really make amends. We need to be able to just accept that this has happened, you know, and obviously we're taking responsibility, we're taking accountability, but we need to be able to put that to bed because it's actually hindering your progress. It's going to stop you from stepping into the best version of yourself. So we really need to make amends with that. So how we're going to do that is we're going to do some forgiveness work. Okay. So what I want you to do is I want you to look at all those things that you have written down. And with a different coloured pen, I want you to cross through every single one of them. And at the side of each one, I want you to put, I am sorry, I thank you, I love you, and I forgive myself. And I want you to do that with each and every single one. So I'm sorry, I thank you, I love you, and I forgive myself. So again, pause this module, pause this audio, give yourself some time to do that. And then obviously come back and then press play. Great stuff. So we're shifting this resistance. We should be feeling a little bit better about ourselves. So the final thing that we need to do now is we need to, you know, reprogram any beliefs. So the final part of this is I want you to go through each and every single one of those experiences, the memories that you've held on to, and I want you to write down any limiting beliefs that you have decided because of that. So example could be, you know, maybe when you were 5 years old, you stole your best friend's pen. And because of that, you decided that, you know, you were a dishonest person. So what I want you to do is I want you to write that down. And we need to find the evidence as to why you are not those things. So this is going to take some time. This is going to take some work. But trust me when I say this is the life-changing stuff that's going to give you fuel to the fire. This is what's going to help you shift from where you are right now to really stepping into that better version of yourself, because these beliefs that you've created at this time in your life are not 100% true. They have just been decided because you gave a meaning to that event and you have decided that at that moment in time that whatever negative belief it is 100% true for you, but it's not. So here's an example, and then I want you to press pause on this. I want you to go away and I want you to, you know, go clear those beliefs. So an example, like I said, could be you stole your best friend's pen when you were 5 years old. And because of that, you created the belief that you are dishonest. So an I am a dishonest person. You're looking for that I am statements to find your beliefs. So I am a dishonest person is what I've decided at 5 years old. So what I need to ask myself then is, is this 100% true? Well, the answer is no, because you cannot guarantee that anything that you have decided is anything 100% true. But in order to give our brain the evidence and the analytical side of it, we need to be able to provide that evidence to our brain. Why should our brain now believe that, the opposite of I am an honest person? Well, what we've got to do is, if you've seen that Bruce Almighty film where he pulls out that massive filing cabinet, we've had loads of data stored from our experiences from when we were born, from obviously everything that's been passed down to us, right up until the point of when you are listening to this. We have got a filing cabinet full of it. So we need to be able to find the evidence. So what we're doing here is we're taking out that evidence of that belief of I am dishonest, and we're going to set fire to it. Obviously, not literally, but imagine, we're using our imagination here. We're setting fire to it. But what we need to do now is we need to put new evidence in that file. Why should our brain believe that, we are an honest person? Because without doing this work, without finding the evidence, you're basically just coming up with words that makes no sense. It's like you're speaking French to your brain that speaks English. It's just not going to match up, so therefore nothing's going to change. So we need to be able to find the evidence. So you're looking for 3 to 5 pieces of evidence that you can possibly find to counteract what you have previously told yourself. So, the evidence could be, well, I was honest when I stole a pen from a shop and I told the shopkeeper that's what I'd done. That's a sign of honesty. It could be, I was honest when, I was in trouble at school. And actually, yes, I did talk in the lesson, but somebody else was going to take the blame. But I was honest and owned up. We're really thinking about anything that we have ever been honest about. I was honest about my tax return. I was honest about, how much I earn. I was honest about, declaring changes on my tax credits return. Whatever it is, that literally those things are just coming off the top of my head. But we need to find the evidence, to be able to, for our brain to think, right, okay, yeah, it's a load of nonsense, that old belief before, so we can start reprogramming new beliefs. So I want you to go through all of those experiences, the ones that you've crossed out already, because you've already forgiven yourself, okay? So you've already had a massive energetic shift. But we need to clear the beliefs that you've told yourself prior to that. And we need to start reframing and creating some more empowering beliefs and finding that evidence. So I want you to pause this audio. I want you to go away and take your time to do that. And then obviously once you've done that, come back and we're going to finish off and we are going to wrap up. Great stuff. Amazing. I am so proud of you. I am hoping that you are proud of yourself, because you have been on such an incredible journey. You have done yourself so proud. You should be so proud, because I am, from where you started to where you are right now, you should have started seeing the shifts. You should have started seeing the transformations and the changes. And those around you as well have probably started to see the difference. You're not the same person anymore. You've been on such an incredible journey, and I am so proud of you. But it doesn't have to end here. So if you have loved this course and you are ready to, carry on and take your transformation to the next level, then I would highly recommend having a look at my Glow Up course or Transformatics. Those 2 courses together are going to give you more of an incredible shift, even more so than what you've already got now. But if obviously you feel this has been sufficient for you and, you're happy with your transformation, then amazing. You can still continue to working on yourself as well. Just keep doing the reframes, making yourself accountable, putting yourself first, continue with the self-love, filling your cup up first, getting clear about checking in with yourself every single day, and you continue to make shifts. As long as obviously you continue to do the work, you're going to always come up against challenges, and it's so easy to go back into old programming, the old identity of yourself. So, you know, keep revisiting the modules. You know, you've got lifetime access to the course, so you can go back and revisit any of those modules as well to continue your transformation. If, however, on the other hand, you are interested in Glow Up or Transformatics, then what I will do is I will drop the links to the courses below in the text part of the module, so you can have a look at those courses. It'd be lovely to have you over there, you know, to continue your growth and continue your journey working together. So Glow Up is going to be about giving you more confidence, high self-esteem, so you can basically look in the mirror and absolutely own and love and accept who you are. Transformatics is more of an in-depth course. When I say in-depth, I mean in-depth. So we're looking at, you know, really completely transforming your life. So that means, you know, looking at all our life in different angles, doing more inner child work, you know, really starting to put the microscope on our life to really focus and zone in as to actually what area we wanted to change, and let's do the work around it. So like I said, I'll drop the links in below for you so you can have a look at those courses if you are wanting to take your journey to the next level. And if not, then that is absolutely fine. I am so pleased and I'm so grateful that I've been able to help you on this journey, and, you know, be proud of the person that you are now becoming, and that you continue to grow, you know, continue that journey. It doesn't have to end here. You know, you can still obviously go back to the modules or invest in another course, whether or not that's with me or not. You know, always continue to work on yourself and continue to allow yourself to be put first and continue the growth work. So thank you so much for allowing me to deliver this training to you. I am trusting that it's been really helpful and beneficial. And if you've got any feedback regarding the course, then please put it into the comment section. I'm going to open the comment section on the course bit so other people can read it, and, you know, and it's just lovely to hear how you found it. If there's anything that you'd want me to change, you know, be honest. Is there anything that you felt that could have been added in? Anything that you would have liked to see more of? You know, any changes? I'm open for constructive feedback in order for me to help more people and to help me, you know, really understand if there's any tweaks or whatever I needed to do. So once again, thank you so much. It's been a pleasure to help you on this journey. And if you decide to continue working alongside me with another course, then I am so grateful for you, and I hope to see you all in the very, very future. Thank you once again.